I wonder if Daniel Jones and Trey Lance got together after seeing Peyton Manning's top 5 QB list.
Right, and quarterbacks need to be coached hard, and Andy Reid coaches Patrick Mahomes hard, and that's good for Patrick. That's bad for NFL defenses, right? So
that's number one.
Patrick Mahomes number one. Got range.
I guess the only thing negative you could say about Patrick Mahomes is the people that play fantasy football, such as myself, won't be drafting Patrick number 1.
Look, I'm a big fan of Joe Burrow. I'm glad to see him. Glad to see him back healthy, right? I like the way he carries himself. I like his demeanor out there. He doesn't sweat. He doesn't flinch, right? He's just kind of calm and cool the whole time.
Translation, Joe Burrow actually walked in a fashion show in Europe.
This Justin Herbert is as talented as anybody. He can throw it about. He can throw it about. Harbaugh, like I said, the Broncos division is going to be tough.
Look, I love Justin Herbert as much as the next guy, but how many playoff wins does he have?
Lamar Jackson does things that just don't seem possible with the football in his hand. He makes throws, he runs, and he's smart about, he protects himself too, right? Look, I never could run, so I never had that problem, right? But, the thing we were talking about earlier, quarterbacks, that like to run, you still got to find a way to get out of bounds or get down and be there on the next play, right? If you get hurt, look, defenses, if the quarterback, gets hurt, they're probably going to win that game. Right. So I love the way Lamar carries himself. I think he'll have a great year this year.
One more.
As for Lamar Jackson, he continues to get no respect.
Josh Allen's total stuff. Tough. I saw him this summer. He is so motivated to bring a championship to Buffalo.
Simply put, Josh Allen is an absolute gamer, and quite frankly, I have him a little higher up on my list. From underrated.media, I am Dave DeBaugh, and this is the Underrated Pod.
This is Phoenix.
What's up, North America, and welcome to the Underrated Pod. On today's show, we are going to talk about the top 5 quarterbacks, according to Peyton Manning as well as myself, entering this year's National Football League season. Now, if you are new to the channel, where have you been? Seriously, we have 1 million plus views in the past 12 months. Thank you so much for all of your support. And please go ahead and subscribe and, of course, like this video. Now, in terms of Peyton Manning's list, and I think just about anybody else's list outside of Dallas, you will find Patrick Mahomes, Justin Herbert, Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, and Josh Allen on most people's list. If you're in Texas, you might actually have Dak Prescott on this list and throw Justin Herbert out the door. That is sort of where we're at. If you were to say who's the 6th best quarterback in the National Football League, and if we were to ask Peyton Manning that question, I'm willing to bet he would probably say Dak Prescott. Now, in terms of Peyton's list, which was a fine list, Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert, Lamar Jackson, and Josh Allen. My biggest issue with this particular list is Justin Herbert. It's not that I don't think Justin Herbert has a ton of talent and deserves to be on most people's top 5 lists. It's just that I don't think he's the 3rd best quarterback entering this particular season at this point. When we actually look at these quarterbacks, we know about the weapons that Patrick Mahomes has. And we know that Joe Burrow probably has the best wide receivers of the top 5 quarterbacks in this particular list. So it's understandable to me that a Joe Burrow would be number 2 on a list like this. But Justin Herbert, with a bunch of unknown wide receivers that he's going to have to be dealing with this year, leaves me a little bit skeptical about actually putting him number 3 on the list. Plus, I hate to say it, he has been injury prone. So hopefully that doesn't happen this season. But I absolutely love Josh Allen's football game. I love that he runs the ball. I love that he throws the ball. You know, you could probably say the same thing about Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills wide receiver core this year as well. It's a bunch of people none of us really know at this point. So will Josh Allen be successful this year? And I pretty much guarantee it. I absolutely love Josh Allen's game. So I would actually have Josh Allen in at number 3. What are your thoughts, North America? Would you move Josh Allen up to number 3? And then there's the disrespect of Lamar Jackson. And as great as Lamar Jackson is, I certainly would also have him in at number 4 on this particular list. It's just there's something that happens when the playoffs kick off with Lamar Jackson that causes me to just worry a little bit. I love watching Lamar Jackson. Oh, Lamar Jackson's on the television? Sorry, honey. I mean, that's really where I am at with his game. It's just the playoffs certainly cause me a little bit of skepticism when it comes to Lamar Jackson. Hence, Patrick Mahomes, number 1. We've seen what Joe Burrow's been able to do when he's healthy. We've seen Josh Allen come close, very close a couple times. So I have those 3 quarterbacks ahead of Lamar Jackson for those reasons. And in at number 5, really could either be Dak Prescott or Justin Herbert. I will leave that up to you. I want to know who you think the 5th best quarterback is in the National Football League. From a pure passing talent standpoint, I would certainly give it to Justin Herbert. From the ability to at least make the playoffs, you might have to give it to Dak Prescott of the Dallas Cowboys. That is where we're at with this top 5 list. I want to hear from you, North America. What are your thoughts? Go ahead and drop in your comments when you have a chance. For the Underrated Pod, I am Dave DeBaugh, wishing you all a tremendous rest of your sports viewing day. To the cool new music, we go.
This is Phoenix.